been a moment I have actually uploaded a video on my channel, but I just wanted to show you a particular lesson I learned. It's tiny. These days I've corrected a lot of the mistakes I've made over the years, so I obviously don't really need to get myself entangled into several losses and all. If you look closely to this trade, you can see that I took this trade earlier, okay, and the reason why I took it was because of this high and this low right here that was really swept and gave me something that looked like a change in state of delivery or a change in character. All right, but boy was I wrong, and it turned out I was wrong. I quickly got stopped out of that trade. Now this is the perfect change in character. I would have taken the entry from this close of this candle after the whole thing has been done, or maybe if I waited a bit, I could have taken it from this fair value gap you can see right here. But fortunately, I got stopped out, and it's a lesson. What is the lesson? The lesson is that I took this trade out of trading, out of my trading hours. I have traded this over and over again in my channel. If you've watched my previous videos, even though I've not been available, but you realize that I keep talking about timing. Timing is very important. So I am going to take this very seriously because timing is very, very important, and without timing this whole thing is just a mess. So on the 4H, if you go on the 4H, you will see that the fair value gap was filled on the 4H because I took the trade based off of the 4H fair value gap, which is right here. Okay, this was it, but I was supposed to wait. So some people trade what do you call it, CRT, but CRT doesn't often happen all the time, and if it happens, it rarely actually shows it easily. So something like this is CRT, but you are not going to see it because of how you trade and everything like that. That's a candle range theory. But what I'm trying to say, candle range theory is just the same as accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. There is nothing different about it. It's just a new name that actually occupies this. So I was supposed to wait for this candle to close, which is the what I think the 1 a.m. candle. Yeah, if you check, which is the 9 p.m. candle. Then the 1 a.m. candle was supposed to be the manipulative candle, which is this one right there. So it manipulated. Then after the manipulation, the 1 a.m. manipulation, we're now going to have you can see 1 a.m. right there. Okay. Then after that, the expansion would have been the 5 a.m. candle. So you can see that after the expansion, the 12 there's the what do you call it, the 9 p.m. candle is now created. This one right here, which is the 9 p.m. So if you check, this is the 9 a.m. rather. So that's the 9 a.m. candle. So you see that it changes. So it's from 9 what do you call it, 9 p.m., 1 a.m., 5 a.m., and 9 a.m. So it's from 9 to 9, but from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., but all in 4-hour candles. All right. Obviously, I took the loss, and I have learned my lessons. I was not supposed to take that trade right there. It's a complete mistake. Even if I was going to take that trade, I was supposed to have a very big stop loss, and even with that big stop loss, I would have not had good risk to reward management. So yeah, but I take that as a win since I know I was correct. The same thing happened to me yesterday. I took it too early, and price obviously taught me that lesson. So yesterday too, it was also, I took the trade around 1 a.m. I took it for that one. I think it's normal, but I took it way too early on 9 p.m. Got stopped out on 1 a.m. But the candle that ended up being the manipulative candle was actually the 5 a.m. So the 9, it was the manipulation and the expansive candle. So I am completely cool with it, and yeah, I take this as a lesson. Today's Thursday, and this 31st. This is the end of the month. So let's see what happens. We are obviously going to have a lot of corrections. This is actually the loss I had today and the loss I had yesterday. I will obviously get you updated or keep you updated till tomorrow. I didn't trade on Friday, but what I obviously did was that I checked on my charts, didn't see what I wanted earlier in the day, and didn't check my chart later because I just didn't feel like checking or I forgot or something. I don't know. I don't forget about trading, but you get what I mean. Sometimes you just want to take your mind off the charts. So today I'm going to take you through what I obviously would have looked at on Friday and what I'm looking at on Monday to as well going forward. And also just to complete my day in life with a little message for you guys. So let's start up with a Bible verse that has been on my chart for a very, very long time. I saw this on a particular YouTuber's channel. I can't remember which YouTuber, but he's also a trader. And I realized that this message was very, very resonating and something that I've been trying to practice for a very long time. All right. So he says, and to knowledge, self-control, and to self-control, perseverance, and to perseverance, godliness. Actually, I have been planning and trying to actually practice self-control, and in the trading industry it's really hard, like it's very hard for self-control. You see a trade looking nice and you don't even want to look like for confirmation. It's really, really nice, and I don't know. Every trader passes through this stage, yeah, and it's really crazy. Well, that is a short message that I want to pass through. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video and talk about it. This is from 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 6, by the way. You can see it at the top there. Let's put this aside and go straight into the chart. So obviously I will always start on daily time frame. If I don't see anything on daily time frame, then that's where you see me going somewhere to 4 hours to see what I can look for. So from these 3 candles, obviously this candle would have been formed already, and Friday would have been trying to do its thing. Okay, so I would have probably been looking for H4 to see what I can find. On H4 around 5 a.m. that's the 5 p.m. candle, New York 5 p.m. candle, we could see this particular candle sweeping the low. It tried to sweep this particular low here, right? This particular low, which is the major low that I will be looking for price to sweep on the daily time frame, but it didn't. Okay, so this is my key level that I will be wanting price to go on and I can time before reversing, but price didn't do that. So but what I can see price do is just price came around it and left. Okay, now let's check Euro USD and see what happened on Euro USD, so that it can give us kind of what we are obviously looking out for. Okay, I think this was also a trade I was looking out for. So on Euro USD, let's check the daily time frame to see what happened. So Euro USD has swept its major low, being this one. Let's check quickly and see if Euro USD has actually tapped on anything. Okay, Euro USD is inside of the order block. It's barely tapped on it. Have it? I think it just barely tapped on it. Yes, it barely tapped on it, but rejected with all the strength, as you can see. So last week closed below this particular major low here, which is this one and also this one. So that is very important. This one is on the daily time frame if you are having issues resonating what I'm talking about, and this is where price has closed. So obviously we are looking for buys, right? Now let's go back to GBP/USD. On GBP/USD, for me, I still see sells and buys at the same time. All right, because if you look over here, price has tapped on my fair value gap. Okay, and since price has tapped on my fair value gap, what I'm going to be looking out for is for price to obviously reverse and come and take out this particular low. That is what I'm going to be looking out for. Since I'm going to be looking out for price to come and take out this particular low, I have to apply a lot of patience, and that patience depends on if price will give me a sell or I will just have to wait for this to take this to the upside. I don't really know, but for me, I'm still confident in sales. But also what I'm seeing here is that price has swept up the previous candle's low and hasn't closed below it, but rather went and closed above of it and even swept above it as well. So you can see that particular candle still remains standing, meaning that price has neither closed above nor below it. So meaning on Sunday, which is tomorrow, when my market opens, we should be expecting some little kind of either a gap. I wouldn't want a gap. I would just want price to give us a little push back into the fair value gap, but still continue back to the downside to just come and hit this particular candlestick here, right? I would want to see that price closing below this on Monday. That is what I want to see. So now let's go to the 4/8. Okay, obviously I have to always go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour shows me a lot of things, but on the 1 hour it is giving me a different story altogether. Since the 1 hour is giving me a different story, I just have to let my guard down and really investigate what is going on the charts before I really jump into conclusion. All right. So on hindsight, what I can see on the one eye is that there's a likelihood of price sweeping this particular candle here and giving us kind of a reversal, like something in this form. Let me take my drawing tool. Where are you? Haven't seen you in a very. Okay, you're here. You push to this place. Come on. Okay. Good. So I would like to see price go up, and come back and close below this. Or if it will create something small thing, come back and close below it, then we have price straight down. That is what I want to see. But also, if we go straight into what do you call it? If we go straight into, let me bring this all back. If we go straight into where price is coming out from, which is the 4H, you would see a different move. What am I talking about? While price created this particular push to the upside on the 5 a.m. candle, it left a fair value gap behind, and that fair value gap happened to be in that particular Friday's candle. So it's now came and tapped on this. So on the 15-minute, we'll now be looking out for what? A buy, obviously. Okay, so that buy, this would have been that buy's order block. So this particular candle or this particular place from here gave us an entry for a buy. So this looks like a buy here, but the problem is that my key level isn't respected yet, and I obviously would like my key level to be respected. So with this, that's like 55 pips or what? Should be 60 pips, I guess. 55 pips, that's a lot. So yes, that is almost 55 pips. I don't know, but this is what I would have been waiting for, and I'm like, but it was still a lot for me. So for me, I would have obviously been looking for a sell, because this looks nice. The candle looks so huge closed above, but I will still be waiting for sales to happen, because I see more bearish than I see more bullish. Because with bullish, this came out of nowhere. I can't see a key level. If I go in there, I don't see this as a key level for me. It looks like an order block. Fair enough, but I don't know. Honestly, I would like to wait to see how price reacts on Monday before I do anything. So probably the Friday opening should give us, or should give me enough time to investigate this move before anything happens. So this is just what I have for today. I don't have much. Still looking for sales, but this kind of looks very nice for buys. In my opinion, every single person will be looking for buys in this scenario, but this is a very strong key level to me. In the weekly time frame, what am I going to see? I'm seeing a huge rejection too as well, very huge rejection. And you can see this weekly candle. This was another block, fair value gap. A lot of things is going on here. So this is a very strong zone here. So for me, I'm still confident in sales. Daily time frame still shows me sales back to the downside, even though this swept, but this also did not close above. So yes, I'm looking for sales to the downside. Now, what would I have done on Friday if I wanted to trade? So on Friday, I obviously would have been looking for buys. Is that true? No, I would have been looking for fair value gap to take my entry, and I wouldn't have had none, because Friday no fair value gap was respected. So if I didn't see any fair value gap, I think that's the reason why I didn't even take trades anyway. So on 15 minutes, would I have seen a buy? I don't think I would have even taken this one as a buy. So this was 8:30. What time would that have been in my time? That would have been 12:30. That's, I think, NFP. I didn't even remember that. So if that was NFP, then either I would have traded or not. I can't best tell, because I don't have a feeling this would have been something I would be wanting to buy in. Talking about how I would approach the market and what I would have been looking out for. Fair value gaps, all those and highs, those are the things I look out for. And order blocks. Order blocks not all the time, but I do look for order blocks. I prefer fair value gaps a lot of the times, because that one is easily detectable and fast. Because sometimes you're waiting for an order block and the fair value gap will just surprise you and you're like, oh my god, I should have looked at this particular fair value gap. But it depends on which one you are used to. You have to back test enough, have enough data, and that particular data then gives you what you are supposed to be using or what you want to trade with. So I think this video will end here, and I just want to say that don't forget to go for what you want. It's very important in this world that we are living right now. A lot of things is going on. Everybody wants to be rich, but the question is, do you want to do it honestly, the right way, or you want to go ahead and fuck up your life and think you're doing the right thing? We want happiness at the end of the day. If you see the light at the end of the tunnel, there should be happiness there. You shouldn't come out in a war zone